Okay, so here we have a special right triangle. It's 30, 60, 90. Which side do we have? 5. And what's that equal to in the formula triangle? A. So we know that this side over here, let me write that in a different spot. We know that's going to be A. So we know over here this is A square root of 3. So this has to be 5 square root of 3. And then what is the hypotenuse formula? 2A. So that means it's going to be 2 times 5, which is 10. Okay, that's our first one. On our second one, we have 18. Which side is that? The long leg, yep. A root 3. Okay, so with this one, we have to set those two equal. And we got to get A by itself. What do I divide by? Divide by the square root of 3. We have A equals 18 divided by the square root of 3. We can't have a square root in the denominator. What do I got to do? We got to multiply by that square root of 3 over square root of 3. We call that rationalizing. Over here, we get 18 square root of 3 over the square root of 9. What's the square root of 9?
3.
How many times does 3 go into 18?
6.
Okay, I'm going to go this way because I'm running out of space. 6 square root of 3. And that's going to be my x value. So that's down here, 6 square root of 3. If I want to find the hypotenuse, what do? Times it by 2. So that's going to be 12 square root of 3. Nice job. And then our last one over here, which side do I have? 7, and that's which one? A. So we know over here that means this is A square root of 3. So it's going to be 7 square root of 3. And we know up here that's going to be 2A, which is going to be 14. Nice job, guys. So here we have trigonometric ratios. It's the ratio of the lengths of two sides of a triangle. So this is what you guys probably have heard a lot about geometry as we talk about sine, cosine, tangent. And so right today we're going to be talking about tangent. Tangent is usually seen as tangent is opposite over adjacent. So in this triangle we're talking about a specific angle. The side opposite over it is going to be over here. I'm going to name that opposite. The one right next to it is going to be the adjacent. And then remember the one across from the hypotenuse, or the right angle is always the hypotenuse. So we're going to be concerned about these two sides today. On your page, you guys want to know that there are 3 trigonometric ratios. And then your other 2 blanks were tangent and then tan. So in terms of tan theta equals BA over AC. It says find the tangent of angle A, then find the degree of angle A to the nearest tenth. So that's that 0.1 decimal number. So we have tan of A equals, and we talked about tangent is what on the last page? It was opposite over? Nope, tangent. Opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent. So the side opposite of A is 6. The side adjacent to A, right next to it, is 8. So when you're setting up the tangent of A, you have to do opposite side over adjacent side. So opposite of the angle over the one adjacent to it, right next to it. So you want to find an angle. You want to find the angle in here. When you're finding an angle, you have to use tan inverse. So when you do that, you have A equals tan inverse of 6 over 8. So anytime you're finding an angle, anytime finding angle, I'm just going to do an angle, use the inverse trig function. So I'm going to write trig, the -1. Yep, because that's tangent inverse, the inverse of tangent, or arctangent.
How you put the -1 inside?
When you're putting this into your calculators, you have to use the second button, and then you hit the tangent button. So second tangent, it'll come up looking like this, with the little -1 on your page, and then you put 6 over 8.
Wait, repeat that.
Second,
How you put 6 over 8?
6 divided by
and then tangent, and then 6 divided by 8 is 6 over 8.
Wait, so
So
you
it's 30.
Okay, so you guys got 36.9 degrees.
Do we have to press it?
So for this one, once again, you're finding tangent of angle A. So you have tan of angle A, and it's always going to be that same ratio, opposite over adjacent, which is 5. To find an angle, you have to use the tan inverse button. So tan inverse of the angle on the inside.
67.3.
And you said 67.3?
67.4.
So it would be 67 if we're rounding to the whole degree. 40 over 9. You have to use that tan inverse. of 40 over 9. What is it going to be?
77.
77 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're finding angle B. We have tan of B. And then what is opposite of angle B?
8.
8. And what's adjacent to that?
6.
So we have 8 over 6. To find our angle, we have tan inverse of 8 over 6.
53.
53 degrees. Okay, our next one up is tan of angle B. We have to go back to the other side. What is opposite of angle B?
5.
What's adjacent to angle B?
12.
So we have 5 over 12. We do tan inverse of 5 over 12. Ooh, that's an ugly 5.
How you get 8 over 6?
23. 23.
23, do you see it, Deja?
Yeah.
23 degrees. And then we have number 6, which is find angle B. So tan of angle B. What's opposite of angle B here? What's opposite? You said 9? Yep, 9 over 40. So tan inverse.
13 degrees.
Give me 1 second. So you'll have me say it again. What'd you get? 13 degrees.
Are we
Okay.
using-
So here, what do we notice? We notice angle A and B are complements. Add to 90. So to find the length of a leg, or the leg length, this time we are going to work a little differently. We are given the measure of the angle on one side, and we have to find the other side. And it says, can we do it? Yes, we can. So yes, we are going to hit the cross product and solve. So what you're going to do is use the cross product and solve. Here we are going to now solve using tangent. We know the angle measure now, so we're going to say tangent of our angle, 42, it's the only one we know the angle measure of. We never use the right angle for this. Equals, what's opposite of the 42?
12.
12 over adjacent, which is?
42.
So it's going to be the x, because the 42 and the 90 are angle measures, so they're not going to be side lengths. And then this is where they're using that cross product and solve. I'm going to show it in this. So we have 12 times 1 equals 42 times, tangent of 42 times x. I'm going to write x tan of 42. I want to get x by itself. What do I have to do?
Subtract 42.
So not subtract it, we got to divide. Yep. Divide by tangent of 42, but you at least came up with an idea. So we're going to divide by tangent of 42. These go away. So we're left with x equals 12 divided by tan of 42. So when you put this in your calculator, you write 12 division regular tangent, no tan inverse here, regular tangent of 42 degrees.
13.32.
13.32. I'll repeat it so that you guys can verify if that's correct. It sounds good.
It is 13.
So what you're going to do is tan inverse, or no tan inverse here. So just 12 divided by regular tangent, so no tan inverse, of 42 degrees goes inside the parentheses in the tangent.
It's 13.3.
We have tangent of, what's my angle? 34 equals opposite. What's opposite of 34? Over adjacent, which is? Okay, remember if you have just tangent, it's this equivalent to having a 1 underneath. We're going to cross multiply. 1 times 7 is 7 equals x times tangent of 34 is x tan 34. How do we get x by itself? Divide by tangent of 34. Excellent work, guys. Okay, 34. And then you're going to put in your calculator as 7 divided by tangent of 34. 10.3?
10.4.
Does it round up to 10.4?
Yeah.
Okay, 10.4. Nice job, guys.
Well, about 1 minute.
So here we have to use tan just like he told us because it's a side length. So since we have the angle, we put it in. Equals, what's my opposite here?
8.
What's my adjacent? X. So opposite over adjacent there. And then we're going to cross multiply again. We end up with 18 equals x tangent of 55. We want to get x by itself. What do I divide by? Tan of 55. Just make sure you keep those two connected because that's in the inside of the function. Tan of 55.
12.6.
X equals 12.6.
Yeah.
Yes, checked your rounding?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, over here we have our next one. we have our angle measure again, so we're just going to use regular tangent. So tan of 62 equals opposite over adjacent. Notice right now we have the reverse. Normally we've been having the adjacent. So when we cross multiply, this one's a little bit less steps. X equals 12 tan of 62. And what do you get there, Jack?
6.4.
6.4. Okay. Okay, so there was a change there. It's now 22.6. So notice that is multiplication.